Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wish I could be a liar. I wish I could be a con artist, right? I wish I could do all that. I just can't. If y'all had any idea how much money I just turned down because it's from ridiculous ass Karmics. How do you know you're a Karmic? Here's how you can tell if you're a Karmic. If you've ever tried to cast a love spell on your perceived divine masculine, you are not his divine feminine. You are a Karmic. If you ever had to lie about who you are in order to get your divine masculine to like you, you are a Karmic. Right? It goes both ways. It doesn't have to necessarily be, like I said, I always say it from my perspective. I'm a straight fucking woman. I don't know what to tell you. But, yeah, it's just like if you have to fake who you are, if you have to lie, if you have to do love spells, if you have to, trick, deceive, do all kinds of shady shit to get your person, that's the definition of what the Karmic is. And I know a lot of people got a big thing about, if you're hexing who you think is the Karmic, right? If the person you want is with somebody else and you're cursing that somebody else, you're a Karmic. That's just it. Like, I'm sorry for you, boo-boo, but that is it. A Karmic is the person who uses negative energy to try to take free will from others. True divine feminines, true divine masculines do not seek to take others' freedom and free will. True divine energies, true divine masculines, true divine feminines, counterparts. It's like what? It's like you would want your person to be happy, right? It's just like what? You would send them love. Like what? I send you love and light, and I hope that you are happy, and I send love and light in case you are not, because you should always... I don't understand. I'm not saying compromise any of your values or anything else like that, to be with the person, but you can... I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm old school like that. I'm not a hateful person. I'm not petty, and I'm not out to hurt people. Hurt people, right? And it's like, what? I don't know. That's a big part in healing. If you're still trying to hurt people, then you're not healed. Do you get what I'm saying? Just picking up this really strong energy. It's like, I feel bad for these Karmics, right? I do. And quite honestly, what I'm dealing with right now is, it's like, I had to tell a woman that I had to stop reading for her because she wanted to open up her abilities, but what she wanted to do was open up her abilities so that she could haunt this person. And it's kind of sad because she's in a very, she don't actually know this person. And this is what I'm talking about. And this happens on like YouTube and shit all the time, right? She genuinely is in love with the movie star actor. She's creepy stalker vibes, right? It's definitely on the level of a mental illness at this point for her. You have no contact with this person. You've never had an actual conversation with this person. You've never met them in person, but you think you have some sort of entitlement to cast love spells on this person and do visualizations on them and try to invade their dreams and things like that. Do you not see that that's a terrible thing to do to people? You should not be forcing that stuff, right? Try to explain to people that if it's meant to be, things will happen naturally. It's when you start trying to force shit is when you start messing stuff up. There's a lot of people out there that are divine energies that are messing up right now because they are so focused that they know whatever their counterpart is. And meanwhile, it's like, you're actually pushing your counterparts out of your life, the ones that are trying to come in for you, because you are so stuck on this person who is actually not meant for you, right? And it's this whole thing, it's like you have to let this go in order for someone else to come in, right? Or in order for your true match to come in. And it's because you're not honest with, and a lot of these people, you're not honest with yourself, right? You want a partner that you know you're not compatible with. What? That's not you. It's not you. Stop trying to be something you're not. I get this a lot with divine feminines. It's like, it's okay to be whatever type of feminine you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're a traditional feminine who, you know what I'm saying, you like hobbies like canning and sewing and stuff like that, that's fine. If you're more of a business mind oriented, if you rather go to work than stay home with kids, it's like, it's okay. You don't have to be Susie Homemaker if you don't want to be Susie Homemaker. You drive yourself nuts and make yourself miserable if you like to be Susie Homemaker, but you put on the persona of big bad businesswoman, right? Or if you want to be a big bad businesswoman and you're forcing yourself into the Susie Homemaker role, right? I had a friend I told this to. I was like, you don't have to be a master cook. Go get the pre-done stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stop driving yourself nuts trying to force yourself into a little box. You can, want to save the planet, but hate doing dishes. It's okay to still use paper plates. You know what I'm saying? It's like, stop trying to force yourself to be so over the top, right? That's what makes yourself miserable. Alright, this is just a strong energy I'm getting right now, right? That's the message of today. It's like, stop trying to be something you're not. 1. Stop lying. Be honest with yourself, right? I don't know. I'm going to let this go now. Alright, let's get into this reading, huh? We have got Sagittarius here. We have got Neptune. We have got 10. Definitely the completion of a cycle here for a masculine, right? Something to do with the romance here. There's a lot of talk about what's going on right now. This is actually causing whatever this is to, right? It's like if you haven't been feeling a connection for a while, then all of a sudden you're feeling a connection. It's because there's people talking about it, right? It's feeding into it. It's the co-creation of shit, right? It's kind of how rumors work, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be a rumor that gets somebody's mind thinking in a direction they probably would have never thought before, and then it's like, oh, and then it happens. It's like, well, that's the co-creation, right? It wasn't just these two people that were creating this. It was all the gossip around these two people that also created this situation, right? They added to it. They gave power to it. That's why we talk about words or spells. You got to be mindful of that. Right? And a lot of secrets going on right now that are coming out into the light. Whenever I get the sun and the moon together, I always get the saying, 3 things can never be hidden for long: the sun, the moon, and the truth. There's also your side of the story, my side of the story, and the truth. The truth lies in between. I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but it's a psychological fact that most of your memories you've altered. You've altered. You'd be amazed what your brain is capable of. Yes, it will reprogram things. If someone wants to walk out of your life, let them go. You were actually telling the truth. Funny. I do that quite a lot, yet people are always surprised. You want a heart, you don't know how lucky you are not to have one. Hearts will never be practical until they are made unbreakable. But still I want one. Oh, we have got a Tin Man here. We've got a Tin Man here. He'll only leave you better off. Yeah, I got the energy of, I'm definitely getting the energy of someone who is in love with someone who's left. I'm picking up a masculine who's dealing with the feminine, who's pining over somebody else. Watch your step, there's shit everywhere. There's a lot of gossip going on about this, right? It's definitely an energy of that gossip, right? That's watch your step, there's shit everywhere. It's a matter of, yeah, you got to be careful what you talk about and who you talk about it with right now. People are ready to stir up some shit right now. No one should know too much about their own destiny. I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream to the world, what's going on? I'll be your huckleberry. That hose running circles around you, bro. Well, it could be going both ways here, right? I hope she makes you feel the same way that I feel about you right now. Ooh, here we go, right? So we got a masculine who's pining after a feminine who's pining after someone who left. But the masculine's not paying attention to is the person in his life. He's not paying attention to a karmic that's in his life. Just, I'm definitely picking up. Yeah, she's mad. She's super pissed because she can see that this masculine wants this other person. Someone's getting the message mixed up with the messenger. That was a big thing that I just said, wasn't it? I was like, somebody is attaching, like, I said, it happens in tarot a lot. It definitely happens in, like, astrology a lot. It's like, because these people, like, the Leo King used to bitch about it. David Palmer used to bitch about it all the time. He's like, he'll go into, like, whatever, his Instagram or something like that, and he'll realize that someone has been sending him messages, and he'll open it up, and it's just this person talking to themselves. It happens in the comments on lives a lot, too. People will sit there and talk and have a whole conversation with the person who's talking on YouTube, but that person's not really having a conversation with you, right? I'm getting someone's got the message mixed up with the messenger right now. And it could just be as simple as, yeah, this person, it's like the masculine could have been the one that gives them a lot of advice or has a lot of advice for them, or the feminine, right? And it's like, because this person's been so open and so sweet and just giving them this advice and seems to know all this stuff. I get it a lot too, because I pick up on energies. I have a tendency of texting things before people can say them and stuff like that, and then people think that, like, we have this grand divine connection because I can finish your sentences, and it's like, no, I'm an empath. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? I just picked it up. I don't know. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like Google. When Google's trying to guess what you're saying, my brain kind of does that. Just every now and then it's right. All that we are is a result of what we have thought. Yeah? I ended on this. I got sea turtles stand for wisdom and good luck. Let's pay attention for sea turtles today. Whew. Let's see what's going on with this. The shadow in this story. What's the shadow's lurking obsession, and is this me? Ooh! Right? I'm telling y'all, there is a big message about standing and being who you are. Like, I said, I've even had friends that, like, I don't know, they've given up all their stuff, like, had to hold their books and their magic stuff because they're, like, and they're forced to go to church. It's like, don't change who you are. If you are where you are meant to be, you shouldn't have to change who you are, especially if who you are isn't hurting anybody. Is this you? Is that really you? Is it you? Ask yourself who you are. Someone has having identity crisis issues right now, right? And someone is obsessed, right? I always like this card because it's like they're staring at staring at a phone just all the time, right? Looking at somebody, watching for somebody, looking for it, right? Used to be the trusting kind. She's wanting you to believe it. She said all the best goodbyes. For her, you're just another guy. She don't love you, she's just lonely. She don't know another way to break free from what's been broken. Always road away. So forget her if she's the stone. She can't tell her heart to lie. No, never been lonely. And she don't love you, she's just lonely. And I got Jack of Pentacles at the bottom here. I got Five of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles came out here, right? It's definitely an energy of someone who is out in the cold. This is my paranoia card, right, with the 2 bullet holes there. I get that stalking energy with it too, right? Peeking through the peek holes from the distance. This King of Pentacles, Jack of Pentacles energy. He's watching this person. Definitely very intently on the 3D here. Oh my god. What I say about them third party, a double third party situation is going on here. Whew. Double third party situation here. Like I said, this person is obsessed. They're too busy watching this one thing that they're not paying attention who's watching them. And this person is having having an identity crisis because the one person's not paying attention. This person's changing something. They're like shifting like a chameleon. They're just trying to every angle to see if they can get this person to just like if I do this and maybe if I do that or maybe if I'm this way or that way and it's like the other person's not paying any attention to them. They're just so hell bent on peeking through these peek holes and watching this other person here. Right? We got this person stays picking up a masculine. This masculine stays in a player-esque energy. Right? They stay in a player energy and they do it for self-preservation here. And unfortunately, I get this person's good at whatever they do, right? They're just good. They can be romantic. They can be Jack of Cups. They can sweep people off their feet, right? And this is what's kind of causing the drama for the Karmic because they want that so bad. They want this person to be this romantic, sweet, ridiculous person for them. And it's like this person, the reason they do this, it's like I said, she don't love you, she's just lonely type song here playing. And they just relive the same things over and over again. It's an old memory, right? That they pull out this romantic energy that they had, that they use all the time on dates and things like that, and they use it to sweep somebody off their feet, and it's just so that they can delve in that energy for a while, but it's not real. They're not really doing it for the person. It's just how they operate, right? I get Mr. Lover. Oh my god, it's so stupid. I don't know what to do when them shaggy energies come through. You're absolutely ridiculous, Mr. Lover. They thought it was harmless, they thought it was fun, they thought it was just a game, and now this person is obsessed with a particular energy, and now someone who's used to getting that every now and then is very upset about it, right? Look at them, like, laying there in that third party situation, and then somebody was like, no. Right? She's just like, no. Oh, I can't get out of these third party situations. And she's just like, I mean, you can't. Right? Like one of my friends says this card's defeat at all cost, right? And then you wonder why, 55 here. And then you wonder why you're sitting there all disappointed. And I definitely get the energy that the feminine was disappointed in this whole situation, right? Because that's all her, right? She's like, what? She's like, what? No. Two of Swords. Well, how disappointing. How disappointing. Well, it seems like everybody's like that, right? Ten of Wands. Just feels oppressive at this point. It's like, what? They're so sick of people just not being who they say they are, right? It's a huge thing that I deal with, man. It's just be who you are. Stop faking shit. I don't see the point. Don't see the point. Yeah. This person is who they are. And they're grounded in that. And they don't care who knows who they are, right? This person, yes, they defend themselves. They defend their own... I got Valor, but the Seven of Wands, right, is like defending your own beliefs, defending your own positions on shit, and just defending who you are. Be like, no. I'm not going to change for you. Nope. I don't care. Nothing I'm doing's hurting nobody, so what are you talking about? Excuse me? Oh, I'm going to go to hell if I do that? Well, that's interesting, because there's no hell in my religions, so, or in any of my beliefs, so that's cute for you. I mean... Well, yeah. Here's my thing too, and this has been coming up a lot lately, and it's been coming up a lot in personal readings that I've been doing. It's vanilla shaming, and it's like, dude, it's like, you know, you're not allowed to kink shame people. You're not allowed to say anything against, like, and it's going across the board here. It's like the more outlandish you are, you have a right to be outlandish, and then we have the right to say that that's fucking outlandish, or that's too much. We can say, I feel like that's too much. And if we try to say anything like that, we get attacked for it, right? And it's like, you should change. Like, it's like, no. It's like, no, I don't have to. Like, just because you're into BDSM doesn't mean I have to be into BDSM, right? It's like, you should try it at least once. No. Nope. Don't want to do that. You know, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? If it's... You know, it's like they always want more. It's like, oh, well, you don't like doing that? Well, you should try it. It's like, no. No, you should try, you know, sex with no strings attached and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, if you don't believe in that, no, don't do that. No. And that's how these people end up in their identity crisis. Why? Because you did a bunch of stuff. You traumatized yourself. It's a sabotaging behavior. You traumatized yourself, and now it's like, oh my god, now this person expects me to do this stuff. Oh, now it's expected all the time. You cave one time for a person, and now they're going to want it all the time, and it's like, ugh. But you don't want to. And now you're stuck in it because you weren't true to yourself. These are the energies that are at play here, right? We got the Magician. Very weird reading today. I hope this is making sense for somebody. This is weird reading today. We got a Magician here. We got Ace of Swords, King of Staves, Page of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords. What are you manifesting here? That Page of Cups reverse got me because I thought I reset these decks. So it's interesting that one came out upside down. The Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely something getting ready to happen here on the 3D. Two aces. Some sort of victory here. This person wants to stop acting so childish, right, with that Page of Cups reversed. I get the kind of energy of stop acting so silly, stop acting so ridiculous, right? I get this Seven of Swords energy here, right? It's like, it's kind of a owning up to your lies is happening right now here. Judgment, Six of Swords, Four of Swords, Eight of Staves, right? It's like someone needs to make clear judgments now. They need to, that's a rite of passage here. The truth, accepting who you are, and moving more towards that direction. Yeah. There's a lot of pressure right now. There's a lot of pressure. Why? Because the scales are getting ready to balance. There's something going on here, right? It could be something with the justice system. Always with those two cards right next to each other. But I definitely get some sort of shift going on here. Right? I like that too, with the scales right next to each other. It's also Sagittarian card, Libra and Sagittarius, whatever. But like how they're pouring that cup back and forth in the one card, and the scales are like this. And I always said it's always like these waves wash this way, and then it washes this way, and then it goes like this. All energy needs to do that. All energy needs to do that. And you might not realize that you do it on an energetic level with people, but yeah, it's kind of like you send a blast out, and when it hits them, they send a blast back. And it takes a while for that to finally level out, right? And I get that someone's trying to, they're physically trying to like figure out this energy. they're trying so hard to balance this energy out. They're trying to figure it out. 10 of Cups. They understand that it's different. They're in so much anxiety over whatever the hell happened here. The Moon, Secrets, Page of Staves. Someone acted stupid. I get that they acted stupid with their friends. We got a Page of Coins here. So we got two very immature. Two very immature guys. These are, yeah, I'm getting two men here. Your person could miss the level of that stupid shit. This is who they did the stupid shit, right? Like the both of them sitting there, right? Look at these two, like, right? And they could, like, I get the energy of, like, following, like, the people that they follow or emulate, right? There's someone that they emulated, the pickup artist of some kind or something along those lines, right? This is the foundation. This is the foundation that kind of started these problems here, right? Ace of Cups. Somebody had a heart center opening here. Whew. Yeah, Strength, 9 of Coins, King of Coins here. Get the energy of this King of Swords. Try to figure it out, because I got over the King of Coins there. It's like this masculine tried to figure out how to tame a Queen of Staves here. I got the 10 of Swords is what ended up happening here, right? Yeah, someone. It's like, what? She took the 6 of Staves and he took the 7 of Staves. Look at that. Headstrong to take you on. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting here, right? It's like these two, like, bammed right up against each other. They're like, she's like, no. And he's like, no. Right? And they both stood very firm in whatever it is. They're like, yeah, oh, yeah. That's funny. Oh. It messed with him hard, for sure. It messed with the masculine hard, right? What? Bam. All this conflict erupted, right? This connection is so intense, and this person was trying to figure out how to get them 3 steps ahead of it, right? 3 steps ahead of it, right? Because we got this. They were trying to get away with having a third-party situation. Right? Look at him trying to sneak off with them 3 swords, right? He's trying to sneak off with them 3 swords. Right? Get that Page of Cups back there, right? He's standing up now. What did I say before about all that? Right? So we got this energy. He was trying to get away with this 3 of Swords, hiding things behind his back. What? And then bam! You're like, yeah, go ahead. Enjoy your third-party situations and enjoy that. Have fun. Aw. Like trying to figure out how to get to that Queen of Cups now. Trying. There we go. There's the 3 cups down there. What? Those third-party situations aren't a celebration anymore. Now he sees the feminine as their wish fulfillment, right? Now we got all these queens here. What? She's smart, she's intelligent, right? She's high class. There's a difference, right? The Queen of Coins, it's not about money. It's about class. You don't need money to have class, right? How can I say this, right? Put this in a way like a fall from grace here for the Queen of Pentacles. There's this great show, I think it was called Rain. It was about Mary, the Queen of Scots. And her friend, like, I don't know, it was during religious upheavals. Anyway, her friend gets kicked out of the castle because she was married to a Protestant. Her husband has to flee the country, and she's kicked out of the castle, and she's living in a tavern, and all she has is what little bit of money she's quickly running out of, and all her fancy gowns. Now she's renting a room in a tavern that also is like a brothel, right? So instead of just becoming a prostitute, which most did in those times, right? Then she was there stuck with women that were in that very same situation and ended up turning to prostitution. Instead, she started renting her dresses to the prostitutes. And she ended up becoming a madam, and then she ended up ended up running a whole brothel herself, but she never had to lower herself to be a prostitute. Just saying. That's the Queen of Pentacles type of energy. High Priestess, what? I'm not afraid to work. Yeah, I got the High Priestess here. This feminine definitely took a high road, right? There's the energy of reaping what one sows here, but there's definitely the energy of what? I'm not afraid of work either, right? I'll get my celebrations regardless, right? And this is definitely, the Three of Cups is usually about divine feminine celebrating together, right? Here we go. Here's the Scarecrow. Someone was left behind. They're waiting for something to come in so that they can move on from the past here, right? Right now, this person is stuck, obsessively watching. I get that they're trying to build up some abundance here. Ten of Cups. Ten of Coins here. I get, like I said, the Ten of Cups came out before for them. It's like they see you as this love and abundance energy. They realize this now, right? They're trying to find balance. They're very persistent on this, right? Get that they want to give to this connection, and they're working on it. They're going through a lot of towers right now. There's a lot of anxiety and stress. The Eight of Swords is all about you entrapping yourself, right? Entrapping yourself, right? And this King of Cups. Yeah, they're making a decision. They're making a decision. This is heavy. It's oppressive. We got that Ten of Staves again there. Four of Cups. Like I said, this person is still stuck. They're holding on to this one cup, but they're still stuck. Right? Having to fully release the past. They're just watching. They're just watching, and I don't think they're paying attention to the fact that like these two are together, right? It's like the universe is backing this person into the corner. I told you, it's getting heavy. The weight's getting heavy. It's like, dude, it's not going away, right? What do I got that song? Crush by David something, right? This crush is not going away. This energy is not going away. They can't stop watching, right? They can't stop watching. They need to make this move. The universe is going to keep pushing them. Like, how much does the universe have to tell you? They're like, what? You have to come out into the sun about how passionate you are about her. That's it. It's called ego death. It's called... You're not a person. You're a disease. Have to make a move. Have to accept that it's not... Yeah. Seven of Cups is all about the illusion. It's like, come out of the delusion, right? You have to come out of a delusion in order to have this union, right? It's like, put it into a realistic perspective here. Now, you moving too slow. One, Knight of Coins is moving slow here with whatever offer you need to bring, right? And I've got here with the Knight of Coins with that Hermit right next to it. It's like, what? You don't need to bring money. I get the Torch of Enlightenment, right? Bring some enlightenment to the situation. These obsessions and these identity crises, right? These are what's keeping people chained, what's keeping them bound. It's like, I get this person is afraid that they'll be addicted to the energy. They're going to be addicted to this connection. They're going to be addicted to this energy, yeah. And they're scared of that. That's scary. Why? Because they've been in love before, right? And it wasn't, it ended up not being true, and it ended up falling apart, and it ended up hurting, and they don't want to go through that again. And that's what really the Devil card's about. It's not about being addicted to this love energy. It's about the fear of that is holding you back. It's like an opposite addiction, right? It's like, that's what's detrimental to you. That's what's blocking love light energy from you. Aww. Right. The reason the universe has put you in this situation is to allow you to let things die, right? And I also get the energy, it's like, what? That the universe put you in these horrible situations to help point out who's horrible in your life, right? That's the one thing that we all learn when we go through these Five of Coin moments and stuff like that, and when we go through these towers and we go through all these transformations. It's like, what? Who's real? That's what you learn. And it's hard because some of the people we really, really care about end up being nothing like what we thought they were. Like, our whole image of them is forever altered, right? It's like you can never go back to what it was before. It's like, what? No, what? I saw parts of you now that I can't unsee, that I can't forget, that, like, you know, now I know that you were only around for the good times when I had something to offer you, and now that I have nothing to offer, you're gone. And it just proves to me that the only reason you hung around was because I was of service to you. But when I needed help, you were gone, right? And it's hard to come to these revelations, right? I get with the Neptune there, with the water energy, right? It's like a tsunami coming in. Let's get an oracle card. Oh, we also didn't do earth magic. Yeah. Very sweet. Right? There's an energy of, yeah, let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn and rise from the ashes. Get an earth magic. I don't know why I got the hiccups. Ooh, spring equinox rebirth. I can't make this stuff up, right? What do I always say about the Vision Quest card? If you're new here, the Vision Quest card is about it's about discovering who you are. Really, it is the answer to this question, right? Is this me? The Vision Quest is all about going out into the desert with just enough water and just barely enough food to survive for a few days, right? And essentially, you know, it's like you essentially dehydrate yourself and starve yourself until you trip balls and figure out who you really are, right? Like this white rabbit. I was thinking about Alice in Wonderland before too, the butterfly. There's a lot going on here with the spring equinox is just past. There's definitely a rebirth happening here, and people are needing, yeah. You're allowed to change, you're allowed to evolve, you're allowed to adapt. But you need to be able to make sure that you're still being true to the essence of who you are. Alright, blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I hope this all helped you out today, and at least entertained you if nothing else. Buttons and bells, y'all, and I'll be back as soon as I can, I promise.